Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it back!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Commentary Hub for some more Premier League action. This time we're at the Gtech Community Stadium in West London as Brentford host Liverpool. I'm your alternative presenter, Mike Kahneman. We've got commentator Russ Vernon standing by as well. And without any further ado, as we've only got a few minutes until the kickoff is due at 8 p.m, we're going to hand over to Russ, who's going to run you through the two sets of lineups.
Thank you very much, Mike. Welcome along, everybody, to the Gtech Community Stadium, as Mike rightly says. It's Brentford against Liverpool in the Premier League. Brentford in their traditional colours of red and white shirts, black shorts, black socks. Liverpool in their change strip today of green shirts and their greeny coloured shorts and white shorts and the green coloured socks today in there, which is their third kit for Arne Slot's side this evening as we get ready to get off and underway very shortly. Liverpool green strap on their short, on their socks with white socks, white shorts with their green top. Let's take a look then at the two teams, starting off with Brentford tonight. It's Gavin Keller in goal. The former Liverpool man starts between the sticks for Andrew's side. Michael Coyote, Nathan Collins, the former Liverpool player in the Brentford defence. Christoph Ayer, Yo Yarmuluk, Jordan Henderson, Dango Tama, Mikael Damstad, Kevin Schade and Igor Thiago leads the line. On the bench, Glenn Marston, Henry Pinnock, Jensen, Nelson, Carvalho, Onyeka. King Lewis Potter is also, and Vanity Janelt is also on the bench today for the Bees. Will be buzzing to try and get to the 3 points against Liverpool tonight. Hopefully there will be not too many of those points that we'll bring here this evening. Unfortunately, due to other commitments, we'll not be able to bring you any games tomorrow. But let's run you through the Liverpool side for tonight. It's Georgie Mamardashvili in goal, Conor Bradley, Ibrahim Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Milos Kerkez, Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Mo Salah, Florian Wirtz, Kurigapo, Hugo Ekitike is referred to Alexander Isak in the side today, who's not involved, as you can see on the bench. Liverpool bench there for you. Freddie Woodman, Joe Gomez, Vittorio Endo, Alexis McAllister, Enrico Chiesa, Andy Robertson, Trey Nione, Kieran Morrison should I say, and Rio Ngamoa is on the Liverpool bench today. Let's take a look then at the...
Just a quick one, Russ, as well. With Alex Isak, I think he's actually injured. I think he picked up a knock in the game in midweek in the Champions League, so that's why Alex Isak isn't involved, because he's got an injury at the moment.
Yeah, I thought he was, Mike. I wasn't 100% sure. That's why I said wasn't involved tonight. Let's take a quick look then at the match officials. Is Simon Hooper the referee for this game today against Liverpool, Brentford against Liverpool? Also, his assistants are Adrian Holmes and Simon Long, with Tim Robinson for official, and in VAR, if we need them, is Chris Kavanagh and Simon Bennett today. We almost said then, for kick-off at the Gtech Community Stadium. A big game in prospect today. Can Brentford climb up the Premier League table, or Arne Slot's side? Can they get back to winning ways in the Premier League after 3 straight defeats in the Premier League? Going back to winning ways in the Champions League in midweek, which Mike just alluded to there with regards to...
Just a quick one again. Sorry, Russ. Just, ever so briefly there. Where do you see this game being won and lost this evening for Brentford and Liverpool? What key battles are there?
For me, I think it's the midfield area with like Sir Jordan Henderson in there again. First time playing against Liverpool this evening. Probably the midfield areas where the battle will be won loss for either side, especially for Brentford, as we're about to get underway after the taking of the knee for no room for racism. Today, both players doing that, and a round of applause around the Gtech for that. And we are now off and underway then here at the Gtech Community Stadium, with Liverpool sending the ball long to our far side, and Brentford with Ayer winning the header. He's coming sharded out and he's racing at Liverpool defence. Conor Bradley there intercepting well into Curtis Jones, who drops it back to Virgil van Dijk across to Ibrahim Konate, sends the ball for looking for Mo Salah, who's not been in the best of forms for Liverpool of late. He missed a sitter against Manchester United last time out in the Premier League for the Reds, who are in their changed colour of green tonight, as the ball is over on that far side. He's not back here now to Konate. Pulls it out to Ibrahim Konate once more, who can charge forward here for the Reds in their change strip tonight. The Bees will be looking to swarm Liverpool tonight and try and pen them in at the back and make sure it's hard for them to get out of the areas there, as we want to say welcome to everybody who are tuned in tonight here on the commentary, also on JB, also on Storm FM and my very own personal Twitch channel this evening as well. And if you want to know where you can listen to us and where you can find us on our channels this evening, what I'm going to do right now is put up in the corner all of the channels from on the social media platforms where you can find us there, so you can, and I'll be on throughout the game, just flicking across throughout the game so you can see where to find us as Liverpool. Remember, that's really just pushed it out for a throw into Brentford after a decent ball down the Brentford left there, as that was a decent ball down there from Christoph Ayer, who's coming up now to take this long throw. I know, instead he'll leave it to the right back Michael Coyote, who claps the fans as he walks across to take this throw in, as Brentford look to get a positive early start in this game this evening. If you are tuning in for the very first time to our coverage here on the commentary, very big thank you to you for doing so. We really do appreciate your time there, as the ball is in towards the penalty area. Virgil van Dijk heads it to where Salah helps it clear only as far as Collins, who heads it towards this near side as Brentford just keep the ball, and Toro helps it on towards the penalty area. Out for another throw in, which will be another long throw into the penalty area for the Bees as they look to swarm Liverpool early on here in the Premier League, as it will be Coyote who will launch it in towards the penalty area. Will he go launch? He went short this time and he's out wide to Tara again. He's got Anderson for support and he uses the former Liverpool man who delivers across into the penalty area, and it's cleared away as a shot comes in and eye wide, and also Anderson from Christoph Ayer there as he puts that ball over the top of the crossbar. We've played just over 3 minutes. Scania at the Gtech Community Stadium. It's Brentford 0, Liverpool 0. If you are just tuning into us this afternoon or this morning, depending where you are listening to us from today. So a good game in League One earlier on this afternoon. Watched live this afternoon on my way to the Gtech as Barnsley lost 1-0 to Rotherham United. In a Premier League game which we covered on the channel last night, Leeds United beat West Ham by 2-1. That was the same scoreline that Sunderland shocked Chelsea with earlier in the day, and also Newcastle won against Fulham by the same scoreline of 2-1. And in the half-5 kick-off, the game just before us in the Premier League, it was the scoreline from Old Trafford where Manchester United beat Brighton by 4-2 in the Premier League earlier on today. As we keep you bang up to date with this game here at the Gtech Community Stadium. It is Brentford 0, Liverpool 0, as another throwing for Brentford here as they will look to launch another one to the penalty area. Onslaught side not dealing well with this early pressure from the Bees, as Coyote will look to launch this one into the penalty area and hoping to find a goal inside the penalty area there. It will be a long throw from Coyote into the penalty area. It's bouncing around in there. Flicked on, and it's in! And the Bees have swarmed Liverpool and got an early goal! And the man who has got it is Dango Atara. And Brentford, inside the opening 5 minutes of the Premier League game here this evening, have opened the scoring. Dango Atara flicks into the back of the net after a long throw was flicked on, and Liverpool's bad form in the Premier League continues. And it's Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. Dango Atara with the early goal in this game. I said you need to watch these long throws from Brentford. Coyote with the long throw, flicked on in there. He's flicked on by the left back, Christoph Ayer. And he fell to Atara, who just fired it into the back of the net. Just look at this again. Peels off Milos Kerkez quite well and just fired it beyond Mamadashvili. And Brentford lead here at the Gtech Community Stadium. It is Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. And Keith Andrews loves this one. And so do the Beast fans. What a start. At the Gtech for Brentford tonight. They're leading by a goal to 0. And they're on the chart, Liverpool on the chart to try and get an equaliser. It was a penalty area, it's not in. And Liverpool went to the penalty where a free kick has been given. A foul inside the penalty area as Liverpool look to hit back. And Brentford, what a fantastic start to this game. It is Brentford 1, Liverpool 0, if you just joined us. And wow, oh wow, oh wow. What a start in this game here. Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 at the Gtech Community Stadium. Wow. What a start we have had. Fantastic start. And this is what Brentford do. They swarm them early on and make sure it's hard for them to deal with set pieces. Brentford are a team of set pieces and they did really, really well. The set piece coach from last season, Brentford, was Keith Andrews, who's now the manager, and you can see why he was a set piece coach last season with the long throws that they had and with long throws they've done so far this season, and how well they did with the long throws in the Premier League last season, and how well they're doing so far this season. Everyone thought Brentford would struggle with the change of manager when Thomas Frank left to join Tottenham Hotspur. However, this is been the complete and utter opposite to what we all expected here, as we watch on here as Liverpool just keep hold of possession. He'll be making out into Curtis Jones, and Jones will come forward for Liverpool. He will slow up as he looks for options, and he finds Liverpool skipper Virgil van Dijk, who can play the ball forward here, will he? Virgil van Dijk is running forward, plays it through, and he's given the ball away back to Keller there as he clears it long downfield. So Bosley flicks it on, and he goes through to Curtis Jones. He flicked it backwards there to Bosley, almost going wrong from him with the angle as he flicked it on. But you've got to say that this start from Brentford has been positive. Liverpool look shell-shocked at the moment as they try and come forward now, try and change their fortunes in the Premier League after 3 defeats in the Premier League in the last 3 games. We've lost 3 matches in the Premier League so far. This could be game number 4 unless they can get their act together. Mo Salah delivers a cross into the penalty area, and Toney, the former Liverpool goalkeeper, Queeving Keller, who makes a comfortable stop in the end there as Liverpool are shocked at how quick and how intense Brentford came to them. And it's been a good start in this game as you've from Brentford, but a poor one in terms of Liverpool if you are a Liverpool fan, and that's what you're looking at. It's been a very, very poor start for them today, in my personal opinion, as we watch this game unfold tonight in the Premier League. It's Milos Kerkez who can play it to Virgil van Dijk. I almost said the former Liverpool player's name then. Alexander Arnold, who's left Liverpool, you may remember, he left in the summer to join Real Madrid, and you've got to be wondering now whether And this is why I'm wondering as well, and let's know your thoughts on this, whether Liverpool miss Trent Alexander-Arnold defensively, as well as Salah goes in on Quivin teammates, or kind of looks to be in a bit of discomfort. Salah just apologising for that, as we watch on here, as we see this again. It was a ball with forward Ekitike when it initially fell to Gakpo, played in Salah, and Salah just collided with Keller as he came rushing out to collect the ball, and he did accidental when he was falling and he just fell into him there. Good sportsmanship from Mo Salah, who checked with his former teammate to make sure that he was all right tonight. It is Brentford 1, Liverpool 0, if you're just tuning into us here tonight, as Brentford just keeping hold of possession with Christoph Ayer. Now to Collins, who turns away as he drops the ball back here. Collins, and he sends this ball forward. Here's Curtis Jones, who drops the ball back into Milos Kerkez, and he goes back there to Mamardashvili, who's deputising for the injured Alisson, and he just keep the ball in play there, did Mamardashvili. Curtis Jones now with possession, being put under pressure by from Liverpool man Jordan Henderson, and now Thiago closes down Mamardashvili, who clears it away off the head of Shara to find Conor Bradley. Bradley gets this forward as Verts now just to get Salah away, but that's good defending by Seth Vandenberg, the former Liverpool man, against his former team as well. As there's a man down here, is Florian Verts, who's down here, I believe. Oh, could be Conor Bradley. Let's have a look who it is here. It is actually Bradley. That's going down the sideline. In some games, I've seen VAR give red cards for those kind of challenges, but for me, he doesn't fall into the red card category, in my opinion. That challenge there is Liverpool, challenge Brentford 1, Liverpool 0, as Brentford look to try and get back into this game as we watch here this evening. Almost played 12 minutes of this first half, and this game as Kerkez delivers the ball into the penalty for Salah, back towards Van Dijk, who can't get there. Damsgaard can, and he can come away with possession towards Atara. Atara does well up against the Boslai, but Boslai and Van Dijk win the back, but Yarmouk is there to win the ball back for the Bees after good swarming around the ball there to make sure they could keep hold of the ball, and then the ball forward from Christoph Ayer is too much on that one, and he's gone through there to the goalkeeper, Mamardashvili. It remains Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 yet tonight as we watch this game unfold at the Gtech. Almost played 13 minutes, and 13 minutes was the amount that was added on in the first half of the Leeds West Ham game yesterday due to an injury to Oliver Scars. Hopefully he's doing okay now, not heard anything since the incident yesterday, and hopefully he's doing okay. And there were some VAR checks in that game at Ellen Road last night. Here is Milos Kerkez to Cody Gakpo. Infield there to Florian Verts. Now Mo Salah back to Verts again. Bradley in behind, we can't feed it through to him, and Brentford can come away with possession with Yarmouk. Out wide to Coyote, who can bring this ball forward. Turns on it and goes bad there to Nathan Collins, and back to Quivin Keller. Jordan Henderson round the corner to Collins again. Collins infield to Yarmouk, who almost stumbled over the ball but manages to keep control, and is now wide with that on my left for Christoph Ayer up against Florian Verts, and he does well against Verts, and he's done as well here. Christoph Ayer keeps the ball in play and switches the play looking for Kevin Sharp. Sharp brings it down on his chest, only as far as Gakpo's. Liverpool win the ball back there as we watch on in this game this evening. Russ Vernon bringing you the Premier League encounter between Brentford and Liverpool on Saturday evening. Saturday evening football for you today, due to other commitments from us here with the commentary. Unfortunately, no commentary of any of the Premier League games tomorrow afternoon. If you want to hear some Premier League action tomorrow afternoon, make sure you tune into Brother FM. You can listen online in the UK, or if you're in Nigeria, tune into Brother FM tomorrow, and we can hear updates on the 2 o'clock kickoffs. I'll be on there covering Wolves against Burnley in the game down at the bottom of the Premier League. There'll be Paul James on there as well, one of our fellow colleagues here at the commentary as well. He'll be on there tomorrow, along with a couple of others who work on the show as well. You'll hear the familiar voice of Barry Swain as well on Brother FM tomorrow on Football Live. Going to get your footballing fix tomorrow from some of the team here at the commentary hub. It's Milos Kerkez and into Cody Gakpo now for Liverpool here this evening. Dominic Szoboszlai will look to come forward. He goes back to Virgil van Dijk instead, who goes across to McConaughey just inside the Brentford half of the field here in the Gtech as Liverpool try to build up. Curtis Jones now with possession. He's through to Florian Wirtz into Mohamed Salah. Can't pick out Ekatike and Brentford win the ball back as Jean-Maluk looks to send this ball forward. It's a deflection where he breaks here for Virgil van Dijk. Kerkez gives it away to Anderson, who plays the ball through looking for Kevin Schade. And too much on that ball goes through and into the arms there of Mohamed Ashvili, who can pick up possession. It remains Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 if you're just tuning into us tonight. Here's Kerkez out wide to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo moving forward. He gives the ball away in the process to Yarmouk, who clears it away only as far as Szoboszlai, whose header goes out of play there for Dominic Szoboszlai for a throw into the bees, which will be taken by Coyote. And Liverpool struggling with some ideas as Keith Andrews is getting up out of his seat to bark out some instructions to his Brentford side. Salah almost nipped in. There's a ball loops over the top of the crossbar from Christoph Iron. He must have taken a deflection on the way there, because I thought that come off higher last there, but the officials didn't think so. And it remains Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 in the Premier League here at the Gtech Community Stadium, coming towards 17 minutes played. And it remains the hosts who lead is Anderson to Collins. And Collins will pass it back to Kelly, who's under pressure from Szoboszlai. Just gets away with it as Yarmouk comes for the ball from Liverpool man Vandenberg. Liverpool winning battle as Salah battles for possession. And he now breaks for Cody Gakpo, who can chip it out wide there to Curtis Jones. Back to Conor Bradley. Bradley goes across the halfway line to Virgil van Dijk. Florian Wirtz on halfway turns and comes forward down this near side of the left into Kerkez again. And now here is Virgil van Dijk, who goes to the Dutchman. Now there was a ball back there from Hugo Ekatike, who come all the way out to this left hand side. I know supposed to be up front for Liverpool. He's back inside his own half at this moment in time. The ball is long there, looking for Florian Wirtz to chase after it, but Nathan Collins knew that the Liverpool man weren't going to get there and just watch the ball go out for a goal kick. We've played just over 18 minutes on the clock here, and I can tell you that it is Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. Atara, after just 4 minutes, the difference between the two sides here this evening so far, as we bring you this Premier League encounter. Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 in the Premier League this Saturday evening. Saturday night football. Ball in foot, beautiful ball forward is headed away. Will they come for possession? Dominic Szoboszlai is there. Szoboszlai will look to come forward. The ball infield. And now Mo Salah from Bradley's pass. Salah wants to keep all the possession, so he goes backwards here to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai just holds up the plane and goes further back here now. And it's Curtis Jones. Jones out wide now to Kerkez. Kerkez looks up. Back into Jones once more. Szoboszlai. Will he line up a strike? He likes strike from distance, but not on this occasion. Wirtz now has it edge of the penalty area. Through to Hugo Ekatike, back heel flick. And Wirtz fires it just wide. Good build-up play from Liverpool. Just the final ball wasn't there for them as they look to come forward and try and cause a number of problems tonight. If you're tuning in for the very first time, hello and thank you very much for doing so here as we watch Brentford against Liverpool. Tonight as we bring you the Premier League encounter at the Gtech Community Stadium. Can the Bees swarm around Liverpool and get all 3 points tonight? Keller sends this ball away. Left-footed downfield. Flicked on there by Argo Thiago. The ball goes out of play for a throw into Liverpool. And they've got it with Konate back to Mamardashvili. Into Virgil van Dijk, who didn't want him there. He manages to clear. So Bosley helps him out. And almost comes away with his advantages. There's an handball in the build-up by a Brentford player. Out to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz with the ball in towards Ekatike. Breaks back towards Wirtz, but goes out of play for a throw-in. And Liverpool take it quickly into Szoboszlai. Wirtz again. Salah's now through the middle. Here is Szoboszlai once more. It's a penalty from Dominic Szoboszlai. Out wide to Cody Gakpo in towards the penalty. Ekatike's there. And he's flicked on and just goes wide in the end. And it remains Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. He was just whipped in from Cody Gakpo. Break on by Ugo Ekatike. And it bounces just the wrong side of the post from Liverpool's liking this evening. Yarmouk is down. He now gets back to his feet. As we bring you the coverage of Brentford against Liverpool from the Premier League. If you remember, if you missed it yesterday, you can listen back to the Leeds United game with Paul James, who will brilliantly described the Leeds United victory last night against West Ham United. And the ball is now picked off here as Liverpool look to come forward. Good ball forward towards Ugo Ekatike. Can he get there? He can't. He's cleared away. Up and under there as the Taro flicks it on his Cody Gakpo to bring it under his spell. He goes back here to Curtis Jones, and Jones goes across here now to Kirkes. Kirkes looks to bring this ball forward for Liverpool. He has been forced backwards here to Curtis Jones, who's midway inside his own half, into Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk gets it outward to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo looks to come forward here with possession. He goes infield for Jones. Verse there as some fireworks went off around here at the Gtech Community Stadium, just outside of the stadium tonight. Here is Curtis Jones. Back he goes to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo into Dominic Szoboszlai. And just a reminder for those listening in the UK, the clocks change and go back an hour later on this evening. So the clocks will change at, I think it's normally around about 2 o'clock they change. I will confirm that in the second half for you. As we are edging closer to winter. Now here in the UK and closer to the C word. Just 2 months away before it is that C word. Where the man with a red suit comes down your chimney and brings presents. And that's just in less than 2 months away now. 2 months to the actual day of what I've just been describing there. And it's Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. And you see the Brentford bench there just watching on, and Keith Andrews and his coaching staff barking out some instructions. As Yarmouk is down injured. as they try and work out a plan in case he has to go off here. Yarmaluk. Potentially we could see Jensen, Janelt maybe come on. And just look at what happened with him here. As he's challenging supposedly, he goes down here and he's caught in the, I think he's pulled a muscle there when he went down when the referee played advantage for an handball against him. And John Anderson tells him where to go off, and there's some more games coming up for you on the channel that we have got for you to listen to. Stay tuned to our X page for our next live offering, because we'll tell you on there what our next live offering is going to be. In the game this evening, it's Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. If you're just tuning into us today, the ball is flick Toney, it breaks into Jones, back it goes to Van Dijk, into Szoboszlai again. Szoboszlai will now come forward for Liverpool. Now Curtis Jones again. What can he do with possession? Jones, he slips through. Kirkes will cross in, but too near the goalkeeper yet again, and that's been Liverpool's downfall. Being too near the goalkeeper all the time, and Liverpool's downfall is that it's always too near the goalkeeper for the Reds liking us when they get into the final third. There's a foul there by supposedly the referee. Simon Upper says no. Referee win the ball back, go through Henderson, who can help tidy up there. He only just pushed the ball out of play here. Yarmaluk is struggling here for Brentford, and he may have to come off now. And he's having a word with the referee. The referee's having a word with him. He's not happy with Yarmaluk. Here is Samanuka. Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. Collins will help him off the field as they're getting ready to make a change here, Brentford. It will be Matara Janelt who will replace him here. For Brentford. Any second now that substitution will be made, as Janelt will come on in a moment, as the Brentford are just down to 10 minutes at this moment in time, as they're waiting to make that change here this evening. And the wait again as Brentford have a throw in. As Janelt is on for Yarmaluk. As you can see that going across the bottom of your screen there. So you can see who's made the change there. As you can see there, Brentford change. Janelt on, Yarmaluk off. The confirmation of that change was across the bottom of your screen just there. It will be a long throw into the penalty. Referee just having a, we're telling them to both calm down here. And it will be a long throw into the penalty area. It's cleared away. Comes here for Henderson again. Henderson back to Coyote. There's a man down for Brentford inside the penalty. Sean comes down. Collins flicks it on. Remember, that's what he claims. And will he pull the ball out of play? Referee is not putting it out of play yet. Shot now back to his feet here. And he's limping back. It's Kevin Sharner. And it remains Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 here in the Premier League. If you're just joining us tonight. As we watch this unfold here, as Kirkes will get this ball forward. Liverpool with a play between the 1-2 between him and Gappo. The breakdown in communication following that is what ended the Liverpool attack and put the Bees swarming forward on the attack themselves. Here is Jordan Henderson. Back to Collins again. Henderson again. First time playing against Liverpool in the Premier League for another club since leaving the Reds. Our idea now to Atara. Atara gets this ball forward. He delivers the ball into the penalty area. It's cleared away. Collins is there. Can he get there? No. But it's for Henderson instead. Henderson Awadia to Coyote. Infield, it goes to Atara. Good bit of play from Brentford. Infield, it goes Wellier. As they're just keeping all of the ball. It's Atara with the cross in. He breaks it out of the penalty area. On the edge now for Liverpool to clear it. Salah's ball goes our far side. There's too much on it and he goes out of play for a throw-in. Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. If you're just tuning into us on the commentary up tonight in the Premier League today, remember on the screen there you can see where you can subscribe to our channels and what channel to subscribe on, and we'll be able to give you that one. You'll be able to just see it on your screens there throughout the game, and we'll roll the commentary on tonight. Here's Coyote coming forward for Brentford. Good bit of play as they look to come forward. Can Liverpool get to goal back? It was so far in the Premier League, the home sides have beaten all the away sides. Will that follow suit tonight here at the Gtech as well? Or will Liverpool end that? Because Manchester United won earlier today. Leeds won yesterday. As a shot comes in from the edge of the penalty from Jordan Henderson, which just goes the wrong side of the post there from a Bees point of view. Good bit of play from Brentford. Penalty Henderson, who ran and had a strike and goal after pass from Kevin Schade. Then it fell to the floor as that shot came in. And it went wide in the end. And now it goes out of play for a throw into Brentford. 32 minutes gone here out of the Gtech. It's Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 in the Premier League tonight. Can the Bees keep up this pressure in the end areas? The ball will be played forward in the end, and it remains Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 in the Premier League. As you can see, the games unfold here tonight. Can Brentford keep up this momentum for 90 minutes today? The tower is fouled by Kirkes, and the Liverpool left back Milos Kirkes has his name taken by referee Simon Hooper, and he goes into the referee's notebook there for that foul. Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. Milos Kirkes, the man booked here for Liverpool. Be interesting to see whether the Bees can get a second goal before half time. Jordan Henderson will line up this free kick. He delivers it in towards the back post. It's headed back across goal. Collins is there. There's two edges of the penalty towards Janelt. Salah's there to bring it away for Liverpool. Can Verse go into that? He can't. He's now Brentford again who have possession with Jordan Henderson. Coyote's there, and back he goes to Collins. Good bit of play back into Jordan Henderson. Keeping hold of possession. Here's Collins again. Goes back to Queeveen Keller. Keller sends this ball long downfield. It will break it towards Kevin Schade. A chance to maybe get a second before half time, but Schade can't keep it under his possession. And now here is Thiago out wide for Christoph Ayer. Ayer always up the play well here. Goes back here now And Ireland Commentators shoots, takes the deflection off Szoboszlai. Damsgaard's there, watches it go out for a throw into the bees, which they'd be happy with because they can have another long throw into the penalty area to try and cause more problems for Liverpool. And I'm surprised, in my opinion, that Damsgaard didn't try and keep it in here. It's going to be a long throw here in this game. Brentford using a towel, unless it's been pre-agreed with the two clubs that they can use a towel. They've just broken Premier League rules and maybe sanctioned, unless it has been agreed between both parties for that to happen. I understand. Here comes Brentford again. Can they get there? They can't. And he's just going to clear this away. And out of play it goes. And it's Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. And so just joining us tonight. Can they get another goal? Coyote will line up yet another long throw here. Instead of going short to Jordan Henderson, now Liverpool cross does Henderson towards the back post. Shoulders there to head it down in towards the danger zone. It breaks now for Tara, the goal scorer. Back into Kevin Schade up against Conor Bradley. Versus come across to help out Bradley, and he goes out of play. We'll throw into Brentford, and they will have yet another throw in. And they've taken it quickly this time. Kevin Schade gets on with it quickly. They want to go with this game quickly, do Brentford. Try and get that second goal before half time. The ball is now out of play for yet another Brentford throw in, and there could be yet another long throw here incoming. And these Brentford fans know that they are giving Liverpool a game here at the Gtech tonight. And you've got to say here as well that when Liverpool are pressed like this and put under a lot of pressure like this, they don't know how to handle it, especially under Arne Slot. Here's Henderson back into Coyote, crossing his blocks, goes for handball only by Coyote. There's a shot comes in from Thiago just wide. A decent effort in the end, but just couldn't find the target there. Yeah, Chelsea lost in the Premier League, but there's been goals in all the games so far. That's what I meant to say earlier when I mentioned the other scores. Chelsea, the only home side so far this weekend, with Brentford still to play the rest of the second half. So they'd be the only home side to lose this season. I should say this weekend in the Premier League. Can Brentford ensure that Liverpool are another away side to fall by the A wire? So it'll be the only away side to win this weekend thus far. So Bosley gives the ball away to JanElt. Jordan Henderson helps it forward towards Kevin Schade, and he's given away. Coyote's there. Brilliant play from Michael Coyote. And in now to Damsgaard, through to Thiago in the penalty area. Thiago can't find Coyote. Makes for Damsgaard! What a save that is from Nashville. It's tipped over the crossbar. Brilliant effort there, and what an effort a goal this is. Damsgaard picks it up, and Mamadashvili with a superb save, tipping that shot over the top of the crossbar there. Well, because that was dipping in. That was dipping in for me. Had it not been for Mamadashvili's save, that would have been 2-0 to Brentford. And the Bees will have deserved this, because Liverpool have been poor thus far. Rolling it down, will it break it out of the penalty? No. It will go behind 4 A goal kick to Liverpool. Brentford wanting a corner there. And Brentford not getting a corner there. Coming up towards the final 5 minutes of this first half, where Liverpool still trail by a goal to nil in the Premier League, if you're just joining us, as we are into final 5 minutes of this first half, with the scoreline on your screen there of Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. Ball into the penalty area this time. It comes out to Florian Wirtz. Can he line up a strike here, Wirtz? It's on distance. So now out to Curtis to deliver across in it. Out to Curtis Jones. He'll deliver to a shot towards goal. And Queeving Keller yet again makes a comfortable stop and keep Brentford into the lead against his former side, Liverpool. Here's the tackle from Curtis Jones. To be fair, as he come back out to him, as he obviously just a second again there, as Brentford have given the ball away from that ball downfield from Queeving Keller. And it remains Brentford 1, Liverpool 0. Kirkes drops the ball back here now to Jones. Jones turns and looks up and brings this forward to Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai goes well here, forward into Curtis Jones, out wide to Milos Kirkes, back to Jones again, who turns. And Curtis Jones drops the ball in field and out wide for Kirkes again, into Wirtz. Once more, we are coming forward again here now, or Brentford. Wonderful interception here as they look to come forward with possession. Can the Bees keep hold of possession? They can. And he's coming forward again, it's Damsgaard. Ball through towards Sharders, and they're all the same wavelength here. And that runs through to Georgi Mamadashvili in the goal there, and it remains Brentford 1, Liverpool 0 in the Premier League. As we watch on here this evening, as Brentford look to come forward, if they can win this ball back, is that can take it off Liverpool on that far side, back to Conor Bradley. Bradley looking up here for options. Jones comes short from the end, goes back to Canate instead, across to his centre back partner Van Dijk, who helps it further wide to Cody Gakpo on this near side. Gakpo looks to play the ball infield to Virgil van Dijk, into Szoboszlai. Van Dijk again, good bit of play. Here's Kirkes once more. Kirkes just keeping hold of possession. He goes back here to Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai back there to Mamadashvili, who can send it for looking for Conor Bradley, who brings it down well over on that far side, up against Christoph Allen. Bradley charges towards the penalty area. Still coming Bradley's. Got Jones in support, into Ekatike, back to Bradley again. Jones once more. And Curtis Jones deliver a set piece. He couldn't, a low cross, should I say, instead, which he did. And he's going to be cleared away. No free kick. The foul on Shard there, says Simon Hook, and I didn't think there was much in that either. It's Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai coming forward. Into the penalty area he goes. Out wide into Conor Bradley. Back to Curtis Jones again. Canate across now to Kirkes. Kirkes out wide to Gakpo. Gakpo inside the penalty. He goes down. Referee says no penalty, and Brentford can break. Thiago is here, where they're fitting down end of this, and he has gone end of this. VAR will be checking that incident there, and Liverpool wanting the penalties. And so sends it forward towards Damsgaard, and he can still get there, Mikael Damsgaard. He can, crossed in deep. Milos Kirkes can clear away, only as far as Curtis Jones though. And Liverpool look to bring this forward here. What can they do with possession? Is Milos Kirkes in field, just keeping hold of possession here, and this is what Brentford like to do. Keep Liverpool at arm's length as we go towards the end of this first half, where the Bees still lead by a goal to nil here. as now we watch on as the ball is through for Shona. It's had a better. Kevin Shona has made it 2-0 to Brentford. Kevin Shona makes it 2-0 to Brentford, and Liverpool's running the Premier League goes up. We're set to continue. Kevin Shona, just as we go into stoppage time at the end of this first half, has made it Liverpool trailing by 2-0. And Kevin Shona has just scored a sublime finish. He's onside. Ibrahim Konaté can't keep him out. Neither can Mamardashvili. And we're into 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. And Liverpool are trailing. It is Brentford 2, Liverpool 0 here at the Gtech Community Stadium. Liverpool wanted a penalty for that challenge on Collins on Gappo. Nothing in it for me, as we see it again here. He doesn't even touch him. Doesn't even touch him whatsoever. Brentford broke down the field and scored a second goal to be leading by 2-0 against Liverpool. My oh my, what has happened to Liverpool under Arne Slot in the Premier League? Brentford 2, Liverpool 0. Kevin Shona with that second goal of the game there. Wow, wow, wow. When I selected this game to do the other week, I didn't expect that to happen. It can get worse for Liverpool. Conor Bradley just knocks the back to my match, real clears it away. But Brentford are enjoying this here. They are 2-0 up here now. And loving life are the Bees. And you've got to say that it has been some really good stuff here thus far, as Brentford look to go in at 2-0 up here, and we are getting some breaking news into us, which we'll bring to you in a moment. Here, and we'll bring it across the bottom of on your screen in just a second. Here, as we've just coming up towards half time right now. And the breaking news which I'm hearing right now, I'm just going to double check it at half time for you, but we understand with this breaking news, which is going to go across the bottom of your screen in just a second, Peterborough United have sacked Darren Ferguson. Their manager, Darren Ferguson, the son of Manchester United legend Sir Alex, we understand has been sacked by Peterborough this evening. And we'll bring you confirmation of that when we have it, as we come towards the end of this first half, as a throw into Liverpool. And Mike has just confirmed it to us that it is true. Peterborough United have indeed sacked Darren Ferguson this evening. And what a shock that has become there. I didn't expect that to happen there, but that's the breaking news. Peterborough have sacked Darren Ferguson. As we into stoppage time, on top of stoppage time, where Liverpool are trailing by 2-0 against Brentford. And a friend of mine and Mike's, Mr. Jones Ilar on TikTok, also the same name on Instagram, big Liverpool fan, will not be happy with this Liverpool performance. Ekitike is in there. Kirkes, he's pulled one back, and Liverpool are back in it at the end of the first half. Milos Kirkes pulls one back. 4.5 minutes into stoppage time. And it's Brentford 2, Liverpool 1. Milos Kirkes. has pulled one back here, and Liverpool are back in it just before half time, and that is what they needed. That is what Liverpool needed just before half time to get on the score sheet. What a game this is here tonight. Brentford 2, Liverpool 1 win to first half stoppage time. On first half stoppage time, we kick off from Liverpool, pulling the goal back. Signals the end of the first half at the Gtech Community Stadium. Half-time scoreline here tonight as we leave you, as we get ready for the second period in around about 15 or so minutes time. It is Brentford 2, Liverpool 1, and I'm going to hand you back over to Mike Ornament.
Thank you very much, Russ, and what a pulsating first half that's been as well. Brentford flying out of the traps early on there with Watara's early goal after 4 minutes, and then Sharda scored on 45, and you would have thought then that would have seen Brentford through by 2-0 at half-time, but Liverpool did pull one back through XB himself. Milos Kerkez, signed from Brentford last summer. He is now on the books at Liverpool, scoring 5 minutes into stoppage time there. We'll run you through a few scores now from the Premier League and the EFL. And obviously, yes, as Russ rightly mentioned, one of those does include... he did sign from Bournemouth. My bad. Thank you very much, Russ, for correcting that. But we'll run you through a few scores from across this weekend. And as I was just mentioning there, Darren Ferguson being one of those men who is out of a job now on the back of defeat today. They were beaten by Blackpool. We'll run you through that division shortly. This is from the Premier League, and it started yesterday in the game that we brought you here on the Commentary Hub and all of our partner channels, as Russ himself was at this game, seeing Leeds come out victorious by 2-1 over West Ham. Earlier games today, Chelsea were beaten quite surprisingly, really, at home to Sunderland, although Sunderland are flying and up to second in the division now. Newcastle were able to beat Fulham by 2-1. The late goal there for Bruno Guimaraes, and Man United were victorious by 4-2 over Brighton. That was a cracking game at 5:30. And of course, this one is currently half-time, and Brentford 2, Liverpool 1 is that half-time score. Games we've got tomorrow in the division: Arsenal against Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Man City, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Burnley, and then the 4:30 game is Everton against Spurs. You can flick over to the next screen, thank you. Games that took place in the Championship. This one was from yesterday. Preston beat Sheffield United by 3-2. Turned it round from 2-1 down, did the side from Deepdale as well. Games today: Coventry City kept up their fantastic form by beating Watford by 3-1. It was Ipswich 1, West Brom 1. Stoke travelled down to the south coast and came away with 3 points with a 1-0 win at Pompey. Portsmouth, Blackburn won 2-1 over Southampton as well. And we also had Birmingham travel to Bristol City. They were beaten 1-0. QPR were beaten 1-0 at Derby. Hull and Charlton played out a 1-1 draw, as did Middlesbrough and Wrexham. Millwall beat Leicester City by 1-0. Oxford went to Sheffield Wednesday and won 2-1. And then the one right very bottom of the screen there was Swansea 2, Norwich 1. And whilst we don't have the graphics for the games for the League 1 and League 2, I do have the scores here in front of me. Let's scroll through to where League 1 is, and where the first games of League 1 where I can find them, I should say, because there's so many different results across different competitions, as you can imagine, like the Scottish Premier League and all of those kind of Women's FA Cup. and international women as well. England women were beaten 2-1 by Brazil, unfortunately, in a friendly. The Australians beat Wales 2-1 as well. And there was loads of games in League One and League Two. So Bolton Wanderers 1, Cardiff City 0. Cardiff were top of the league and still are top of the league as well. But it's very, very tight at the top of that division, and I'll talk you through that shortly. Mansfield 1, Wigan 1, AFC Wimbledon 0, Burton 1, Barnsley 0, Rotherham 1, which Russ mentioned earlier on. Because obviously he's a follower of the away side there. So that's two good results for both of his sides this weekend so far. If anyone's going to be happy, it's going to be Russ, that's for sure, with these results. Leyton Orient were able to beat Lincoln City by 1-0. Jack Wilshere, not Wilshere. Yeah, he was always injured, but was able to get his first victory as Luton boss by 1-0. The one that we mentioned, Peterborough, were beaten 2-1 by Blackpool, and that was the end of Darren Ferguson's tenure. Reading 1, Doncaster 1, Stevenage 1, Bradford 1. That was a cracking game as well. I watched that one earlier on from down at the Lamex, and it was a pulsating affair there. And also Wycombe 3, Huddersfield 0. In League 2, it was Cheltenham 1, Walsall 0, Fleetwood 2, Accrington 1, Barrow 2, Barnet 2, Bromley 2, MK Dons 1, Crawley 4, Bristol Rovers 0, Crewe 3, Grimsby 2, Gillingham 1, Salford 2, Harrogate 0, Newport 3, Notts County 2, Cambridge 0, Oldham 2, Shrewsbury 0, Swindon 0, Colchester 0. And just wrapping up those draws at the bottom of the list there as well is Tranmere 1, Chesterfield 1. As Chesterfield come to Stevenage in FA Cup action next Saturday. So let's have a look at some of these divisions for you. Let's have a look at the Championship division first of all, once I can get it up in front of me on my screen. So Coventry lead the way on 28 points. Then it's Middlesbrough, then Millwall in third. And it's Bristol City, Stoke, Charlton, Preston, just outside the playoffs. Then Hull, QPR, Leicester, West Brom, Ipswich, Swansea, Watford down in 14th, Birmingham 15th, Wrexham 16th. The game that I'm going to cover features Wrexham and Cardiff on Tuesday in the EFL Cup. But Derby County in 17th, Portsmouth 18th, Oxford 19th, Southampton 20th, and Blackburn 21st. And then the bottom three is made up of Sheffield United, Norwich, and Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship. As for League One, just switch screens. So the League One table, as I mentioned, is very, very crazy. Just listen to this for a three-way top as well. Cardiff City played 13, won 8, drawn 2, lost 3, 26 points. Stevenage played 12, won 8, drawn 2, lost 2, and 26 points as well. Bradford, 13 games, 7 wins, 5 draws, 1 loss, also 26 points. So it's a three-way tie at the top of the division at the moment, with Stevenage sandwiched in between, having played a game less of Cardiff and Bradford. Then it's Stockport in 4th, then AFC Wimbledon, Lincoln, Bolton, Mansfield, Huddersfield, Luton, Barnsley, Doncaster, Wigan, Leyton Orient, Rotherham, Northampton, Wycombe, Exeter, Reading, Burton, just above the bottom 4. And in the bottom 4, we have Port Vale, who play Monday night. Also Plymouth Argyle are down there, Blackpool are down there, and Peterborough rock bottom, which is obviously why they've sacked Darren Ferguson. And then obviously games, as I mentioned in League 2, were a full schedule as well. So Walsall leading the way on 26 points, but they're sharing that with Swindon, who are also on 26. Walsall were beaten today. And Salford are third, then MK Dons, Notts County, Grimsby, Chesterfield, Gillingham, Crewe, Fleetwood, Bromley, Barnet, Cambridge, Colchester, Barrow, Bristol Rovers, Oldham, Tranmere, Harrogate, Cheltenham, Shrewsbury, and Accrington. Bottom 2, Crawley and Newport. Both down there getting wins today on the board. A good day for them. And let's have a look here at some of these other fixtures for Sunday that are not Premier League based. Obviously, we've ran you through the Premier League based ones already, but I'm sure there'll be more from the EFL. We've got loads in the Women's FA Cup. One of those being Stevenage against Norwich. from over at the County Ground in Letchworth. So if you're based in Hertfordshire and able to get to that, then do so. Leeds are at home to St Helens as well. Another one with a team that we know and have somebody that follows. London Bees have got Barking. Sorry, it's another one of interest. Peterborough and Real Bedford is an interesting game as well. And there's absolutely heaps and heaps of them. To be honest, Hashtag United are playing Oxford. There's a million different games there. Not literally a million, but also the Spanish La Liga, 3:15. Barcelona travel to Real Madrid. That should be an absolute corker in the Spanish La Liga. Don't think there's actually any other games in England in terms of Championship or League One or whatever. So I'll chip across to the games that are on Monday, because I know there is certainly one in League One, which is Port Vale and Stockport. But bar that, it mostly is international women's friendlies and games from abroad. Real Betis and Atletico and Madrid being one of those. But obviously then we'll go into the EFL action across the week as well. EFL trophy action, I should say. I think there might be the odd EFL games as well, but mostly the EFL league. So most of the English League Cup, I should say. But the games that are going to be going on throughout midweek, and on Tuesday we're going to be bringing Wrexham against Cardiff, from 8 p.m, which I'm looking forward to doing that. The all Welsh affair. But I'm going to take a break here now. It feels like I've just spoken for an absolute age. Go and get myself a drink, and then we'll hand you back over to Russ in time for the second half. But as things stand from the Gtech Community Stadium, it's Brentford 2, Liverpool 1. And as I mentioned in the chat there, for anyone that's on the chat section, it's all, Russ was going on about Christmas. I was like, well, it's Halloween on Friday. Let's see if it's another scary result for Liverpool's title races, title race hopes. And at this moment in time, that's how it's looking. We'll go to a break and we'll be back for the second half soon. So we've just got some breaking news that we're going to give you here. There's been a slight delay at the start of the second half. They've said that the referee, Simon Hooper, is injured and Tim Robinson has been warming up to replace him. Just while we wait there, Russ, for the referee to switch over to Tim Robinson, just give us a very brief rundown on that first half from your perspective.
I think it's been a very good first half, Mike, if I'm being honest. Brentford have controlled the game really, really well. Liverpool did have a lot of possession, did try and create chances, but Brentford were putting blocks in, putting players across each way Liverpool were supposed to be in front of Liverpool's areas to make sure that Liverpool were unable to break them down. And you've got to say that being very strong in their defensive resolution and making sure it's been hard for Liverpool to get through them. And Jordan Henderson has been a big part in that. He's closed off some passing lanes and made it hard for Liverpool. Made them to go wider, try and get the balls in the box. And we've not got players in the box, in my opinion, from what I've seen in that first half, capable of creating anything in this to get goals from this game. So for me, the Brentford have been really, really good. Liverpool have been like, look, so yes, they've got to go back. This could now change things and put it in Liverpool's favour. Liverpool have a bit of momentum, having just scored just before half time. They can carry that on into the second half. Could be a completely different game. But for me, Brentford have been superb side and deservedly, in my opinion, leading this game at half time.
Yeah, I agree as well. From what I've seen of the game so far, it does look like Brentford have been very, very strong. Obviously, they started brightly, scored an early goal there, and then were able to get the second through Shardo as well. And then obviously Kirkes, the ex-Bournemouth man, not Brentford, as I wrongly said earlier, pulled one back. It's now made it 2-1. But, you mentioned there Jordan Henderson, Russ, and obviously he's involved in the England setup under Thomas Tuchel now. He's back in the fold as a regular player. Obviously with the big tournament coming up in sort of the end of the year, isn't it? I think. What do you make to his chances? Do you think he's got a good chance of going?
I think so. I think because Henderson is the experienced player, and Thomas Tuchel says he wants to have experienced players in there to help on and off the field. They've played Liverpool just coming back out as I speak right now. And so, but I've got to say, I think Liverpool, I've got to say with Henderson, the reason why I think he's going to be in there is experience. Said Tuchel says he wants experienced players in there to help on and off the pitch. And yet we've got a young group of England in terms of the other players in there coming through, some breakthrough players coming through, a younger core of the squad now. The only really experienced men in there is, you've got to say, the captain Harry Kane, John Henderson now back in there, all of the say Jordan Pickford as well, rest of them all in the 20s. So
yeah, true. There is
very, very good now.
There is a couple of other options that might go, like John Stones and Harry Maguire potentially as well, a bit more experience, but I certainly get where you're coming from for sure. But we'll hand back over to you now, and you can talk us through this second half, and we'll see whether Brentford can hang on and whether Liverpool can turn this game on its head.
Yes, let's see which way this one goes. And no changes to either of the outfield players for the second half. However, as I mentioned, when we were speaking there in that interlude, the referee, as you see there, is Simon Hooper. That is now Tim Robinson, after Simon Hooper has picked up an injury in that first half. So we're just awaiting Tim Robinson to come back out onto the field for the second half to get underway here at the Gtech Community Stadium, and the Liverpool players are back out there. So too are the Brentford players. Just waiting for the officials to come out. We're still waiting for those. So while waiting for those, I'm just seeing a very classic statement here, which I'm not going to read it all, but I'm just going to read a bit of this as we just see the Brentford goal again. Here is a fantastic long throw from Coyote flicked on, and an effort there. We're just seeing the effort on Gakpo, which the referee thought didn't give a penalty for, then Brentford brought down the other end and scored through Sharda. We're seeing the goals again as we wait for the officials to come back out for the second half. And then The statement which I've seen is from Peterborough chairman Darren McAntony, who today sacked Darren Ferguson as manager, and issued this part of the statement here. He says, "I've made the decision to terminate Darren Ferguson's contract after today's game. The decision wasn't taken lightly, but it's a decision I feel is a great one for the football club. The gaffer is for me, is the greatest manager in the club's history. I will always consider to be a part of my family and the club's family. There are too many wonderful moments to mention here, but those historical celebrated moments I will cherish and remember forever." As Tim Robinson and the assistants that you saw on your screen a few moments ago, so the assistants are Adrian Holmes and Simon Long, and now back out there for the second half, so the game will get back underway any second now. Tim Robinson just had to do a warm-up at the end of that first half before the second half could get underway, as he was replacing Simon Hooper. He will now get ready to get this second half underway momentarily as we look to get this game back off and underway for the second period, as we will have a bit of a late finish again tonight. We should kick back off at 9 o'clock in the second half. He's kicked off around about 13 minutes past 9 in the UK, and the referee Tim Robinson, or substitute referee Tim Robinson, gets the game off and underway for the second half, and is now a long ball forward. Just have higher can't keep the ball in play there, and goes out of play for a throw-in to Liverpool here, which will be taken by Conor Bradley on this near side. So no changes to either side there. So it's Kieran Keller in goal, apart from that one change in the first half for Brentford. So it's Kieran Keller in goal, Coyote, Collins, Vandenberg and Ayer, Henderson and Janelt in front of the back four, Schade, Damsgaard, Tara, the goal scorer, one of the goal scorers, and Thiago leading line. Kevin Schade, the other goal scorer there, as we see Brentford coming forward again with Schade infield to Damsgaard. His fat ball is picked off, and Liverpool will look to come a break. Here's Ekitike, back he goes to Kirkes, who can't get the ball back through to Hugo Ekitike. Liverpool give possession away as Michael Coyote charges down this left-hand side into Kevin Schade, who's holding up the play. He goes down under the challenge there of Conor Bradley, and a free kick goes the way of Brentford here. Liverpool team in the second half is Mamardashvili, Bradley, Canate, Virgil van Dijk, Kirkes, Bosley, Jones, Salah, Vert, Scapo, Ekitike. The bench is Woodman, Chiesa, Endo, Gomez, McAllister, Morrison, Engomoa, Nione, Robertson. For the many subs for Brentford then is Marson, Carvalho, Henry, Jensen, Potter, Lewis Potter, Nelson, Onyeka and Pinnock, as the free kick was into the penalty area and bounced behind for a goal kick to Liverpool. Is now they have got a different referee to speak to in the second half. Simon Hooper, who picked up that injury in the first half, is now replaced Tim Robinson as the fourth official. So just a quick recap. The officials now are Tim Robinson, Adrian Holmes, Simon Long, Simon Hooper, Chris Kavanagh and Simon Bennett are your new officials for the second half here at the Gtech Community Stadium. Here's Milos Kerkez with possession as he looks to bring this ball forward, but the ball forward is still in place. Coyote just make sure Brentford have possession back. Keller sends it long downfield in his pink goalkeeper kick to Torre there, gives the ball away to Curtis Jones, and Liverpool just making sure they maintain a bit of possession and try and get a bit of momentum back into this. They did have the momentum towards the end of the first half after pulling the goal back from the goal scoring wise, but the half-time whistle went straight away afterwards as the ball is now with Kirkers, who scored that Liverpool comeback goal. Could it be the comeback goal, or will the goal remain as it is? It remains Brentford 2, Liverpool 1. If you are here tuning in to us this evening on the commentary, Brentford 2, Liverpool 1 is the scoreline. Here's Canate, who drops the ball back to Mamardashvili, who sends it long downfield, header up there by Hugo Ekitike. He breaks in midfield for Brentford to head forward. and they're charging for the other beats. Can they get 40? They can't. As Van Dijk one possession back for Liverpool. Drops it back here to Kirkes, who can go back here now to Mamardashvili. For the injured, who's still out injured man, by the way, is Alisson Becker, who's Liverpool fans noticing Alisson Becker, the Brazilian, in our goal. Now the Georgie Mamardashvili is the one here who's in the goal for Liverpool now. Kevin Schade is wiping this on here, and Kevin Schade is going to try a long throw. It was Michael Coyote from the long throws in the first half. Kevin Schade is saying, let me have a try now. Schade does take a long throw, bounces towards the penalty spot, he heads it away. Dam's gone there again, and Brentford are looking to maintain possession. Liverpool with Salah charging forward, clears out of his goal to clear long downfield and clear it out of play. Just as Mohamed Salah was trying to get away there. As you can see on your screens as well, the social media platforms that we are on and what our handles are, so you can go and drop us a follow if you like and keep up to date with us there. And if you're on Twitch, that's my personal Twitch channel there that we broadcast our games on, and I may do some shows on there myself, just talk shows on there myself, or some other kind of shows. If you want to know which other kind of shows, just drop us a message while you're listening to us, or drop us a message privately. If you can, just follow us and then click on my name and then just drop a whisper on Twitch, as it is known, and you can give us a follow. Now you can see what we've got coming up there for you today. The ball is now back there with Queeveen Keller to Seb Vandenberg, the former Liverpool defender, coming out of position up towards halfway. He's back here now to JanElt, who's playing in the defensive midfield alongside the former Liverpool man, and coming to England, and we spoke about briefly Jordan Ensign for the start of the second half, and now what a crossfield pass. That's Schade. Can he get there? He can't. He breaks on this near side. Thiago shot is saved there by Mamardashvili, who has kept Liverpool in this game as the Georgian there has come to us up. We'll give a shout out to my colleague Paul James. Hopefully, okay. Mike is trying to make a joke there. Here is Hugo Ekitike in the private chat that I can see. He says Hooper ain't injured. He's just remembered he's got a prior date at the local boozer in Brentford. Mike, I might have to say, I might be inclined to agree with you there, my friend. But let's wait and see. It's the buzz right for Liverpool as they try to change things, as they've got their prior date to try and climb back up the table and try and get top spot if they can come the end of the season. So far, not looking as promising as you would like, as the ball is cleared away, as Brentford will look to come forward with possession. We've picked off here, and Brentford look to come forward here now. It's Brentford 2, Liverpool 1 in the Premier League as the ball is played forward. Ekitike goes down and stays down, and Brentford charge away. Tim Robinson was there on the spot and he says no foul. Ball is played forward. Ekitike remains down. But Liverpool have possession, and they're not putting the ball out of play, Liverpool. And Brentford shouldn't have to pull the ball out of play for the game back, and he's still down. But Liverpool in possession. Ekitike now back onto his feet. Finally, I can report is okay. He's not as injured as he seemed to make out and try to get the game stopped, in my opinion. The ball is forward, giving Schade onside. And Schade with a ball in. Thiago! Crossed it by Georgie Mamardashvili and behind for a corner kick. And that's a good bit of play again. And Brentford are really giving it a very good go here under Keith Andrews. And like I said, was saying in the first half, it surprised a lot of people under Keith Andrews when he was appointed manager there A lot of people thought the man had gone for more experience instead. Well, they went for him instead. And he's proving the doubters wrong so far. Keith Andrews. One way to go in this game yet, though. As the corner's whipped in towards the penalty area, up and away. Janelt is there. And again, Janelt. Van Dijk heads away this time. This flicks it away. And as far as the child got the scoring underway, it's an eye-looping ball. Vandenberg is there. Damsgaard 2. Damsgaard with the eye-looping ball. Vandenberg flicks it on. So does Collins to Schade. And then Van Dijk just gets it away. And had a play for a throw-in. Kieran just gets it. Makes Brentford's life a bit easier to get him on the pitch. But Damsgaard with the ball in. Georgie Mamedashvili comes there. And the towards goal from Atara is just over the top of the crossbar. But Mamedashvili and Van Dijk almost went each other's way there. And you've got to say that Liverpool, for me, have looked shaky in defence. Brentford 2, Liverpool 1. Is the scoreline here? Is it Damsgaard? Shoulders down, but Damsgaard's charging forward. Damsgaard! Wonderful save! Not that's really. It needs a time to keep the move alive. Anderson with the cross in. Penalty edge it away. Janelt. Edge the penalty area stuff here from Brentford. Mikael Damsgaard again. Tries for a shot to goal from Christoph Harris, cleared away. Anderson can't get there. Liverpool trying to win, break away. Janelt wins it back. Michael Coyote, will he line up a strike? Coyote's still going, edge of the penalty area, right hand side. Atara now. He's pushed off here, there's a free kick right on the edge. Foul by Cody Gakpo. But this is a really good stuff here from Brentford as they look to start coming forward. I should say a very good hello to a good friend of mine, Paul James. Hope you're doing okay, Paul. I must say, Paul, you did a cracking job last night, my friend. Listen back to it. When I got home from the game last night, I think that's coming out on top in that one. If you've only just joining us and didn't see the scores from last night's game, where were you? I was actually at the game last night. And I was having a party. Last night is Mohamed Salah is the latest player to pick up a yellow card here, the Egyptian. And that will be confirmed on your screens right now. Underneath the scoreboard is Anderson, Ayer and Atara all speaking over this. So obviously telling Anderson to just place it down now. And Ayer moves away from it, so it's just Anderson and Atara standing over this set piece for Brentford. Can Brentford extend their lead back to the 2-goal cushion they had for only 4 minutes or thereabouts? It remains Brentford 2, Liverpool 1 here. And the stoppage in play for some reason. I think they are checking something here. If they are checking something here. Just trying to see what the checking is. We're just checking whether it was inside the area. And I'm looking at it again. And the foul that is good is inside the area for me. And that could be a penalty. VAR are still checking this for a possible penalty here. So they are checking for a possible penalty here to Brentford. And we're just waiting to see what is the outcome of this. We're still waiting for the outcome of this decision. Chiesa is going to come on for Liverpool, by the way. Referee just saying it's a VAR check in progress. For me, I'm not sure whether he will be given here. And I can tell you the referee has given a penalty kick to Brentford. Penalty given for Brentford. And it's a foul by Virgil van Dijk on Dango Atara. And for me, having looked at that again, his foot's just inside the area, his body's out of it. And Virgil van Dijk kicks the bottom of his foot. And that's what makes him go down. And the VAR, Chris Kavanagh's got this spot on. And a penalty kick will be given for Brentford here now. And it's Igor Thiago, the number 9. Can he score here for Brentford? 3-1 up against Liverpool here. Igor Thiago steps up and he does. 3-1 Brentford lead. Igor Thiago from the penalty spot after Dango Atara was fouled inside the penalty area. 15 minutes of the second half is gone. It is Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. And Liverpool are now behind by 2 goals again. It was a definite spot kick, having seen the replay. So I wasn't 100% sure at first. And Thiago just rolled it straight down the middle to give Brentford their 2-goal cushion back. It is Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. And that was off for Chiesa. Like Robertson on for Bradley. And now the third and final change for Liverpool. We'll see McAllister come on. Just don't work out who else has gone off. You see Bradley's gone off. So too is Cody Gakpo. So some instructions here says Bradley, Gakpo and Kirkes who are off. And on in the places comes McAllister, Chiesa and Robertson. So Dominic Szoboszlai goes back into right back. Robertson at left back. McAllister in midfield. And Chiesa will go into an attacking role here now for the Reds. Further substitutions there. As here comes Liverpool with Dominic Szoboszlai in his new role at right back. Down the line it goes to Mohamed Salah on this near side of the right. He plays the ball back in. He's appealed for Anfield there against Kevin Schade. Not for me, it's his back. Liverpool still have possession though with Jones, and then Schade's there. Well, he's giving away a free kick for pulling on the shirt to Simon Hooper of the referee of Curtis Jones, says the substitute referee. But Liverpool are yet to have an attempt at goal in this second half. They had 7 in the first half. Brentford have had 9 in the first half. Brentford have had 5 shots at goal in the second half and are leading here by 3 goals to 1 in what is a deserved lead here. As I've got to say, is Shadow gets it back there to Collins to clear away upfield. It goes down here. The referee says free kick to Brentford. McAllister not happy with the incident there. I've got to say I agree with McAllister. There's nothing really much in that there for me personally. Kevin Benson says, no pen, what a load of rubbish, and I ain't no scouser. Kevin is a Crystal Palace fan. He'll be hoping his side can beat Arsenal tomorrow and make a dent in their Arsenal's title charge at the top of the table. some news away from the Premier League, and former Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy, who now plies his trade in Serie A for Cremonese, he's finally scored his first goal for the club since joining in August. It's Szoboszlai pulls the ball back in for Liverpool. It's McAllister's there, shot. Sellers there, brilliant block from Seth Vandenberg, who gets patted on the back by his teammates. Brilliant piece of defending. Szoboszlai come back. McAllister shot his block initially by Collins, and then Seth Vandenberg. Watch this for a challenge if you get to see this. He comes flying in and puts a brilliant block on it to stop Salah from making it 3-2. Corner kick to Liverpool then. From that far side. He's whipped into the penalty area. Headed away there by Dango Atara. And Mikhail Damsgaard is charging away for Brentford. He's holding up the ball. Crossfield press looking for Thiago. It's flicked up in the head there with Chiesa. Into Thiago's path. Thiago. Crossing deep to the far post. Damsgaard is there. On the overlap is Coyote. Coyote with the crossing. Atara's there with the header. Into the crowd it goes. But what a start to this game so far. 20 minutes into the second half. And Brentford are in real control here. Mike says, pen all day long. And he hopes also beat them tomorrow. He says, not because he doesn't like Palace, because he's a good club, but not tomorrow. Thinks it'll be a good game. The Mike says 2-1 win for Arsenal tomorrow. That's in response to Kevin there, who said he didn't think it was a penalty. He'd be happy. He didn't say they'd be happy for Palace to win. I just before I mentioned him being a Crystal Palace fan who is a good contributor to the channel is Kevin Benson. Really good to have him on from New Zealand. It is morning over there, I believe. Or Sunday already over there for him. So thank you for getting up and listening while you're having your breakfast, or just listening to us while you're going about your day. Here's Kevin Sharda coming forward here with Brentford. Into the penalty area it goes. Still going Kevin Sharda. Keeps on the ball well. Back it goes here now. Can Liverpool turn this game around? Ball into the penalty area. It's blocked off like Edgeworth behind for a corner. Harrison comes in. Big up to you, Harrison. Hopefully you're okay. Please drop us a like and a subscribe if you are new around here. He says we need 2 goals. I think he's referring to Liverpool there, which Liverpool do need 2 goals if they are to get back into this game this evening. Brentford 3, Liverpool 1 is the scoreline. If you're just joining us, we'll put the scores up on your screen in a moment. If you are just tuning in, as the ball's in towards the penalty, it's punched clear. And we'll go through the scores again in a moment. As Szoboszlai trying to bring this ball away. With out of play goes for Liverpool throwing. And then Brentford thought it was theirs. So just a recap of the scores if you're just joining us right now. Atara put Brentford 1 up after 4 minutes. Kevin Sharda bid it 2-0 in first, just as to win into first half. Subshaman's offside flag is up there against Igor Thiago. Milos Kerkez pulled one back in first half stoppage time after 45 plus 5 minutes then, and Thiago from penalty spot on 60 minutes made it 3-1 to the Bees here at the Gtech Community Stadium. And I can tell you that the stadium here is buzzing around here. What a game this has been. And I've not seen this stadium like this again, or I've not seen the Brentford stadium like this against the top 6 side for quite a while, because Brentford, or no, for me, in the past when I've seen them play the top 6 sides like Liverpool, like Arsenal's, like Chelsea's, they have come out second best in some of those games. But tonight he's been walking here with Gtech from the moment before kick-off. And it's out of play for a throw for Liverpool, which Salah takes quickly. Find Chiesa. Liverpool want to go on a bit fairly quickly. Chiesa's shot is blocked with a looping ball into the air, looking towards Versus. Out of play for the throw-ins. Engamoa is about to come on here for Liverpool with Rio on his back. Curtis Jones is the man down, and he looks like he may be the one that will be replaced by Engamoa. Can Liverpool turn this game around? As looks like Curtis Jones may be coming off in a moment to be replaced by Rio Engamoa. We'll bring dive into some FA Cup first round coverage, hopefully over the next weekend or so, as the FA Cup weekend begins on Friday night. Luton against Forest Green Rovers. Jack Wilshere against Robbie Savage. As Liverpool make a substitution, Curtis Jones is off. Engamoa on. And that will be going across the bottom of your screens to let you know that Liverpool's change has just been made here in the Premier League tonight. Ball is hit forward and it's come through there to Queeveen Keller in the Brentford goal. Can Liverpool turn this game around with 2 goals, maybe 3 if they are to win it, 2 if they are to get a draw within the final 20 minutes of this game, with final 19.5 minutes of this game to go? Is Brentford who lead here by 3 goals to 1, and you've got to say that Brentford thoroughly deserve to be leading here tonight. Here's Mo Salah. What can he do here now? Brilliantly. Salah, brilliant bit of footwork here in the end. Can they get something from this set piece, Liverpool, to keep this game alive? They'll be hoping they can do so, as Liverpool look to try and keep this game alive here. Can Liverpool get something from this? Will be a corner from Szoboszlai in towards the penalty area. He goes bouncing around in there. Liverpool win the header on the edge of the box from Virgil van Dijk. He's headed away by the goal scorer there, Thiago, who's scored the third. Liverpool can't keep the ball in play, and Brentford can come away with possession. If they can play this right, there could be a way downfield. It's cleared downfield. Otara can't get there. Damsgaard can't. Liverpool back on the front foot. McAllister out wide here now to Chiesa. Chiesa down the line. It goes. Here's Mo Salah attacking the penalty area. Towards the penalty area it goes. Can Liverpool get something from this game? Federico Chiesa into Mo Salah. Salah still going. In towards the penalty area it goes. And Liverpool just lose possession. Brentford can come away with this ball well here. Thiago does well. Holds up the play and then can't pick out his teammate. He's picked off by Ibrahima Konate as Brentford look to come forward here now. Can the Bees get something from this game against Liverpool tonight? Or will Liverpool come out on top? Is behind for a goal kick after Engamoa couldn't keep the ball in play here. It is Brentford who lead here by 3 goals to 1 if you are just joining us tonight. Will we see the goal here in this game to get something out of this one? It remains Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. Liverpool need to get a goal next if they're to get anything out of this one, in my personal opinion, tonight. 3-1 they lead against Liverpool. Can Brentford gets something from this set piece to put a bit of pressure on there. I wonder. It was a penalty, it goes and is cleared away. And it's still 3-1. It goes here to Brentford. Can they score tonight? They have played well, have Brentford tonight. Can they get a goal and put their game beyond doubt? And this game has been a very good game today. Can Brentford keep up with this performance and keep this moving tonight? Brentford 3, Liverpool 1 is the scoreline. If you're just tuning into us today, thank you very much for doing so. You've not missed anything as Sabozlai just has possession now. Referee was just having a quick word with one of the Liverpool defenders. I think he was Canate. Sabozlai gets it into Mo Salah. Now Chiesa crossing towards the penalty area, cleared away. On this for Israel Engamoa. Engamoa towards the penalty area, still going. And will be cleared away. Will it here now? Yes. Keller puts his boot through the ball. And there's a foul there by Kevin Schade on Ibrahima Konate. That could bring a yellow card to Schade, which it does. Bring a yellow card to Kevin Schade, who's played well today for Brentford and scored the second goal in this game. But Kevin Schade there with the yellow card for the Bees. It remains 3-1. The Bees lead here against the Reds. Can Liverpool somehow claw this way back into it? Or will the Bees be too strong and sting their title hopes early on in the season? Mizuga Ekatike to try and make a difference. His effort is wide. He took a deflection en route. It will be a corner. I've already thought about my player of the match and got it ready, which I'll give you very, very shortly. And some may be, I'd say, surprised by my choice. Some may not be. This evening, we'll have to wait and see. Suppose how crossing is blocked and it'll be cleared away. Can Liverpool get something from this game? Here is Federico Chiesa out wide to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz, who has yet to really show up for Liverpool in the Premier League, and his ball into the box there was poor as well. He's not really done it here in Liverpool so far. As coming from Germany, he's not really done it. His Konate's had a looping up into the air. Keller is fouled. He's had a penalty here, and the ball is just booted out of the way anyway. Well, Liverpool very, very poor defensively. We've played 33 minutes of the second half, and Brentford will make a substitution. Keane Lewis Potter is coming on for the aforementioned, and the man who's just got booked, Kevin Schade. And Schade was in the book who scored the second goal of the game for Brentford. As the confirmation of the substitution there going across the bottom of your screens this evening. Brentford's still leading here by 3-1. Damsgaard is coming off as well to be replaced by Matthias Jensen as well for Brentford. As we begin, as Brentford look to rest a few of their key players, and fetch another couple of dangerous weapons off of the bench to try and help them steer forward and get a fourth goal to really put the seal on this game, which has been a tremendous game tonight for them. They've stung Liverpool so far, and will they sting them even more and sting their title hopes even more? Here's Matthias Jensen, and his ball forward is cut out, and he runs through to the arms there of Queeveen Kelleher in the goal there for Brentford, who's rolled it out quickly to get them charging forward. Collins is there now as he drops it back here to Kelleher into Janelt. Janelt again just keeping hold of possession. Ball sent forward. Picked off there in the end as the ball is down the line here and out of play for a throw-in. And Mike's just come up with one for us, which I was going to save until the very end, Mike. So I'm going to keep that one stored up there. What had already thought about that? But the fans will be buzzing with this result if it stays like this, I will have to say. And they can, and so far Brentford can take Toney. Here is Thiago. There's the out to the far right hand side. Andy Robertson is there for Liverpool in the left back position. And he's forced backwards to Mamardashvili, who clears it away long downfield. Can Liverpool win the header there? No, they can't through Chiesas. Brentford win the ball back. Advantage is played as well. Here's Jensen. Matthias Jensen plays the ball infield towards Jordan Henderson, lets the ball run. Janelt is there. As Brentford just keeping possession well. Ball chip forward, looking for King Lewis Potter down this left hand side. He's picked off by Liverpool and Canate sends it forward down the Liverpool right into the path of Mohamed Salah, who cuts into the penalty on the right wing. Back to Florian Wirtz's poor cross again is cleared away. King Lewis Potter can come charging forward, can he? Brentford could do a little bit of magic in the final third to seal this victory. He'll be Expelliarmus to try and do that. As here comes Liverpool with Ibrahima Konate. Mo Salah out wide there to Florian Wirtz. Into Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai out wide to Andy Robertson. Rio Ngamoa. Back it goes to Andy Robertson. Here is Alexi McAllister. Out wide now to Mohamed Salah. Salah cuts in field. Shoots. Eye wide. Not at all handsome. And I'm looking at it, looking away to my right hand side where that shot's just gone. And I think it's gone to the top of the stands. As Joe Gomez is on for Liverpool. And Wirtz is off here. And that just shows how bad a performance it has been for Liverpool tonight, because Wirtz is a midfielder, Jones is a defender, or as attack-minded player is Florian Wirtz, and Liverpool need goals, and they've took an attacking player off and fetched the defender off. Ball in from King Lewis Potter, and they're just wide in there from Dango Atara again, I think it is. And Brentford, so close there. Wonderful ball in, and then just wide of the target. Dango Atara again. King Lewis Potter's cross Atara just heads to the wrong side of the post. So unlucky. Mike says if Liverpool lose this and fall further behind, they'll be labelled the Connects. Can Liverpool get something from this game? Engelman can't get there ahead of Coyote, and he's fouled Coyote, which will see the youngster go into the book here, I would imagine. He's got to go into the book here, Engelmoa. Surely he'll be booked here, Rio Engelmoa. If he's not, I'll be shocked. I don't think he has been booked, and that's what I'm shocked about. Queeving Keller to take this set piece there. Brentford will be looking to put the icing on the cake here. On their 3 points will be a goal to come in a moment. Ball is up into the air. Tara can't get there. Neither can Thiago. Brentford have possession with Jan out. But Tara's there. Yanel can't get there. There's a man down. But Brentford who's now back to his feet. Then it was Thiago. Headed up and away. It's cleared away. Here is Dominic Szoboszlai. How wide is Mohamed Salah? Salah low ball in. Cleared away by Brentford again. But he's going to come back at them. Canate with possession. Liverpool trying to knock on this bee's door. They'll be hoping to find a lock or to use an hammer to knock open this honey net, this bee's nest. They're standing in their way. Atara. Van Dijk is there. For Liverpool. Foley goes to Engelmoa. Engelmoa falls backwards. And Brentford have won the ball back. Coyote there is fouled from behind by Andy Robertson. We're coming towards the closing stages of this game now. Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. Can they score this goal next? And we have got the attendance in from the Gtech tonight, which will flash up on your screen in just a second. Underneath the scoreboard, you'll see the official attendance inside the Gtech Community Stadium tonight. And I can tell you the attendance at the stadium tonight . 17,214. Is the attendance 17214. Is the attendance here at the Gtech tonight, which has seen Liverpool fall to defeat as it stands. Liverpool can't bring the ball into the penalty area. Brentford can get it clear. Liverpool keeping hold of possession there with Szoboszlai. They've been lucky to come forward with it. McAllister, edge of the penalty area. Right inside for Joe Gomez. Back out to McAllister, who's forced more centrally. Out wide now to Virgil van Dijk. He's now wide with Mohamed Salah. Salah looking up even towards the penalty, headed away there. Can they get the ball clear? The Bees were hanging on it. Next time the ball goes out of play or there's a stoppage in play, we bring you the player of the match tonight. Who will it be? Let it be. Let it be. As Queeving Keller claims this shot there well. We'll give you the player of the match very, very shortly for this game tonight. As Brentford have possession at the back with Christoph Ayer, who's lost it to Dominic Szoboszlai. Into Mo Salah. Salah! Bowden's going to go back for Liverpool. And could the comeback be on for Liverpool now? Mohamed Salah with the goal on 89 minutes. And Liverpool are back in this game at 3-2. They'll be open. They can find an equaliser. But Liverpool will not deserve the equaliser if they are to get one. Mohamed Salah back amongst the scoring trail. On 89 minutes, Mohamed Salah brings us back within a goal of each other again. Brentford 3, Liverpool 2. Here comes Keane Lewis Potter. In towards the penalty area it goes. Still going Lewis Potter. Going one way, then the other. Chips the ball in. Header just over the top there from Gango Atara. And without further ado, tonight's player of the match, proudly sponsored by Football Live, goes to Jordan Henderson, who I've rated a 9.5 out of 10. No goals or assists from the former Liverpool man, but he has been superb in that midfield tonight. He's made things tick, and he's just been absolutely superb. He's going to be key to England in the upcoming World Cup if selected in the squad, which I think he will be under new manager, under England boss, should I say, Thomas Tuchel, or as some fans call him, Tommy Tuchel. Will Liverpool get another goal here tonight to make it interesting? We've gone into stoppage time now, where I can tell you there will be a minimum of 7 added minutes for Liverpool to find an equaliser or Brentford to really seal the victory tonight. Brentford need to get another goal back in front. Otherwise, this could be Liverpool's chance to get something from the game, which they do not deserve. Brentford wanted a penalty. The Tara's there. Just keeps the ball in play. Man goes down, free kick, and the referees stop the play. There's an head injury here against Thiago. Just look at this again. That's an elbow from Virgil van Dijk into the side of the face. And that should be a penalty kick for Brentford for me. I think VAR may be checking this one. Brentford will be open. This is enough to see them through if they wanted a potential penalty for the elbow on Thiago is down. We may have a few extra minutes on top of this 7 that's been added on. But Brentford fans will be singing right now if they are to get something from this game. Good evening to Media Radio, Jingles and Gaming. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Says, well, not a good result for Liverpool so far. And he went, well, Liverpool have just scored. Let's see if Liverpool could do something at the depth there. Brentford fans will be singing with joy at the moment. There's going to be a double substitution for the Bees any moment now. Thiago will be one of them coming off, I would imagine. And Liverpool's opener they've got, and they keep in this game. Can Liverpool get something out of this game and salvage what's been a really poor performance tonight? Brentford fans will be singing, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. They'll be speaking words of wisdom, so let them be. As Thiago makes his way off of the field here after being clattered in the face by Virgil van Dijk. And he's clapped off here by Thiago by the Bees fans. Keane Lewis Potter will get this game restarted at any moment now. Joe Gomez has been told to go away. Keane Lewis Potter has possession. Free kicking goes in. Keane Lewis Potter's been just kicked out there by Federico Chiesa. He's grabbed all the Chiesa there. He's going to be kicking off here in a second. And there's another card here for the Brentford man, Keane Lewis Potter. Keane Lewis Potter, the substitute for Brentford, has just been given a needless yellow card, which he didn't really need to get. Then that's silly from Keane Lewis Potter. As Brentford have got around about 3 minutes left to go before the full-time whistle is blown here at the Gtech Community Stadium tonight. And what would be, and I said, let it be, a positive result for the Bees tonight. Can they get something from this game? The Bees are making a double substitution now. Coming off is the Tara for Onyeka. Also coming off is Christoph Ayer. And Ayer is replaced by, I'd imagine it will be Rico Emery. And it is Emery who's on as well. So there is the two double substitutions for Brentford. Onyeka and Emery on, the Tor and Ayer off for this evening's game. Will Brentford see out this game tonight with a positive result? Thiago's there, back on the field after being able to go off due to that injury which he picked up by the elbow of Virgil van Dijk. There will be eye up in the clouds tonight, Brentford fans, with this result tonight. They'll be higher than cloud nine at this rate, will the Bees. They'll be buzzing for days on end, especially with a victory over Liverpool, like any team would be. Ball into the penalty and is behind for a corner. Brentford fans getting behind their team, and Arne Slot's side will fall to 4 straight defeats in the Premier League. Janelt across to this corner. Thiago coming a bit closer if they want to do a short corner. Liverpool trail, and they need to get the ball upfield quick. They have to get something from this game. And he's either played for a goal kick to Liverpool. Georgi Mamardashvili takes it quickly to Dominic Szoboszlai. Well, the ball was moving, but there was a Brentford player inside the penalty area. Andy Robinson having a right go there at Tim Robinson. He's not happy, Andy Robinson. He's not happy here, is the Liverpool defender. Ball is sent forward. Can Brentford get something from this game? We're into stoppage time, at the end of stoppage time. Can the Bees hang on? They'll be buzzing with this result. Brentford fans are going to be higher than cloud nine tonight. Liverpool fans have a long way home. It's been a dour performance. Not one to be proud of tonight, I must say. Long throw downfield. Anywhere will do for Brentford now if we are to win this game. He's battling around inside the penalty area. Ball it forward. Virgil van Dijk's after this. Can Liverpool down any bit? Queven Keller comes out and claims it well. And he needs to get rid of it quickly because there's an 8-second ruling, which means if he keeps on to it for longer than 8 seconds, it will be a corner kick. And that is what's just been given. Waving Kelly held on to it longer than the 8 seconds. And Liverpool have a corner, which will be the potential last chance to salvage something from this game. Liverpool need to score here. And in the need to score in here, they have fetched up goalkeeper Mamardashvili into the penalty area here. Can Georgi Mamardashvili score here to save Liverpool's pushes at the end? Not with a corner like that. Salah gets it back out wide towards the ball's line. It's cleared away for a throw into Liverpool. But another ball is on the field. A yellow card for Thiago there for delaying the restart. Thiago has just picked up a yellow card here. He will not care about that yellow card if Brentford hold on to this victory tonight. Ball into the penalty area. Flicks it on in there. It breaks away. Brentford put the foot through it. Brentford fans are looking at their watch. So too will be Keith Andrews down on the touchline below us. He'll be wanting the final whistle to go. We've played almost over we've played 10 minutes over so far, and still we continue. Into the penalty area it goes. Van Dijk flicks it on for Salah. Salah inside the penalty area. You only got 1 to 9 more, Salah. Towards Andy Robertson. Robertson low ball in. Brentford anywhere will do for them. No looker. Tim Robinson. Throwing it comes for Liverpool. Brentford wanting the final whistle to come. Mamardashvili sends this ball forward. Now on it for Liverpool and Arnie Slot. Alexis McAllister. Out wide to Andy Robertson. Back to McAllister once more. He gets into the penalty. Salah's there. Looping ball up into the air. Can Liverpool keep the ball in? They can. It's Chiesa. Federico Chiesa shot blocked. Gomez into the penalty area, around the penalty area. Supposedly hits it. Keller saves it and holds on to it. The referee is being called to blow the full-time whistle. We played 11 minutes over. And no more will be played. No more will be played here at the Gtech Community Stadium. And Brentford will be bee's knees tonight. They'll be buzzing all night. There'll be parties up and down the country from a bee's persuasion. There'll be lots of honey eaten tonight as Brentford have beaten Liverpool by 3-2. Their performance tonight from the Reds has been poor, especially after the 5-1 demolition against Frankfurt. Brentford found their way to beat them, and they did just that. What a game we have witnessed tonight here on the commentary hub. Brentford have beaten Liverpool by 3-2. Natara, Shara and Thiago the heroes for Brentford. Kirkes and Salah for Liverpool. But their goals weren't enough as the Bees march on under Keith Andrews. Buzzing tonight will they be. And they'll be higher up in the clouds tonight. Higher than Cloud 9 will the Brentford fans. Full time at the Gtech. Brentford 3, Liverpool 2, Mike Horneman.
Thank you very much, Russ, and a great commentary there of what was a enthralling game as well, as Brentford came out victorious by 3-2 over Liverpool. Liverpool, you sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." I bet you're feeling that very alone at the moment after 4 defeats on the bounce in the Premier League. As for Brentford, they're absolutely flying. They've got a real sting in their tail right now as well, and doing very, very well under Keith Andrew, under his leadership, I should say. So we'll quickly run you through some of the other scores from today before we call it here on the Commentary Hub, and games from yesterday, etc. too. I'll have a look at some of the comments in the comment section briefly before we wrap it up. Also, from the Premier League yesterday, Leeds were victorious by 2-1 over West Ham. Earlier on today, saw Chelsea lose 2-1 at home to Sunderland. Newcastle beat Fulham 2-1 and Man United 4 Brighton 2. And that one there, which you've just watched and heard here on the Commentary Hub as well, was Brentford 3, Liverpool 2, and that 5-goal thriller. And then tomorrow, Arsenal host Crystal Palace, Aston Villa host Man City, Bournemouth host Forest, Wolves host Burnley, and Everton host Spurs. And we've just got some comments in the comment section before we go to the ones from the Championship that I want to look at. We had a comment earlier on from Kevin Benson, which Russ alluded to, saying about the Liverpool penalty. I thought it was, to be honest. When I looked at it, I was quite certain that it was really that was a penalty for Brentford there, the one that Liverpool gave away. We also had a comment from Harrison saying they needed 2 goals. Well, you got one of them back. You didn't manage to get the second. And also media, radio, jingles and gaming as well. Another couple of comments from him saying, well, Liverpool just scored. Let's see if Liverpool can do something at the death here, as it was not a great result for Liverpool so far at that time. And he also says, I do think the performance has been terrible for Liverpool tonight, especially after their 5-1 win against Frankfurt in the Champions League in the week. Yeah, I agree as well. And he's just commented there just now saying what a result for Brentford. And of course, yeah, huge win for the Bees. We'll go back over to some of the other scores now from the Championship. And one yesterday was Preston 3, Sheffield United 2. And then today was Coventry 3, Watford 1, Ipswich 1, West Brom 0, Portsmouth 0, Stoke 1, Blackburn 2, Southampton 1 on that page. And on the next page was Bristol City 1, Birmingham 0, Derby 1, QPR 0, Hull 1, Charlton 1, Middlesbrough 1, Wrexham 1, Millwall 1, Leicester 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Oxford 2, Swansea 2, and Norwich 1 was the bottom of that list. And we'll go to the games that took place in League 1 and League 2 as well. Just give you a little bit of a rundown, and then we'll show you the Premier League table before we call it as well. So we go to League 1, was what I wanted to look at here. And it shows me what I want to look at. As I said at half time, it has a whole list of loads of results. So, right. Here we go. International women's friendlies. The Wales women were beaten by the Australian women, and the England women were beaten by the Brazil women, both by 2-1. In League 1, it was Bolton 1, Cardiff 0, Mansfield 1, Wigan 1, AFC Wimbledon 0, Burton 1, Barnsley 0, Rotherham 1, which Russ mentioned earlier. It's a game that he followed quite closely. Leyton Orient beat Lincoln 1-0. Luton went to Northampton and got a win. The first for Jack Wilshere. His first victory there, and that was a 1-0 victory for the Hatters. Peterborough lost 2-1 at home to Blackpool, which saw the end of Darren Ferguson as the Peterborough boss. Reading 1, Doncaster 1, Stevenage 1, Bradford 1, a game that I followed. Well, I actually watched earlier on in a really entertaining game there. And then the bottom one is Wickham 3, Huddersfield 0. And in League 2, Cheltenham 1, Walsall 0, Fleetwood 2, Accrington 1, Barrow 2, Barnet 2, Bromley 2, MK Dons 1, Crawley 4, Bristol Rovers 0, Crewe 3, Grimsby 2, Gillingham 1, Salford 2, Harrogate 0, Newport 3, Notts County 2, Cambridge 0, Oldham 2, Shrewsbury 2, Swindon 0, Colchester 0, and Tranmere 1, Chesterfield 1 in that division. And we'll have a look at the Premier League table now and see how things stand after this game here and some of the other games that have taken place earlier on today as well, and yesterday, of course. So, the Premier League table. Did you have that on screen, Russ, or no? Just bung it in the private chat to say yes or no if you have or not. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so we've got Arsenal top of the league at the moment on 19 points. Then Sunderland, Man City, Man United, Bournemouth, Liverpool in 6th, Tottenham 7th, Chelsea 8th, Palace 9th, Brentford, 10th now with that win, and Newcastle 11th. And then the bottom half is made up of Aston Villa, Brighton, Everton, Leeds, Fulham, Burnley, and the bottom three is Nottingham Forest, West Ham, and Wolves, who are still yet to get a win. Wolverhampton Wanderers, 2 draws and 6 defeats for them so far. And the Championship, you can get these for myself, Russ, bear with me. So the Championship, Coventry lead the way, then it's Middlesbrough, Millwall, Bristol City, Stoke, Charlton, Preston North End, then Hull, QPR, Leicester, West Brom, Ipswich, Swansea, Watford, down in 14th, then Birmingham in 15th, Wrexham 16th, Derby 17th, then Portsmouth, Oxford, Southampton, Blackburn, and then the bottom three, Sheffield United, Norwich, and Sheffield Wednesday, who are bottom. No, that's fine, Russ, no worries. And then in League One, let's have a look at the League One table. As I mentioned at half time, it's very, very tight at the top. Cardiff, Stevenage, and Bradford all on 26 points. Stevenage having to play the game less than both Cardiff and Bradford, though. So we're in a good position there. Our Alex Ravel's side. Then it's Stockport in 4th, AFC Wimbledon, Lincoln, Bolton, Mansfield, Huddersfield, Luton. And then the next bit is Barnsley, Doncaster, Wigan, Leyton Orient, Rotherham, Northampton, Wickham, Exeter, Reading, Burton, Port Vale, and Plymouth, Blackpool, and Peterborough. To do that. And then the last bit that I'm going to mention here is the table for League 2. Walsall lead the way with Swindon, both on 26 points. Then it's Salford, then MK Dons, Notts County, Grimsby, Chesterfield, Gillingham, Crewe, Fleetwood, Bromley, Barnet, Cambridge down in 13th, then Colchester, Barrow, Bristol Rovers, Oldham, Tranmere, Harrogate, Cheltenham, Shrewsbury, Accrington, and then the bottom two is Crawley and Newport. The next games that we've got coming up here on the Commentary Hub with JB Sports, Storm FM, and the rest of our partner channels, Russ's Twitch as well, will more than likely not be until the start of next week. There's no games being covered tomorrow because of prior engagements for a lot of the team here, and I've had a busy few days, obviously, doing this one today, yesterday as well at Leeds. Last week I did the Arsenal game. This coming week I'm going to Wales for the game with Wrexham and Cardiff as well. So a lot of travelling, as you can imagine, involved. So going to have a few days to myself and obviously get my preparation ready for Tuesday too, for what's going to be an absolutely cracking game in the League Cup. I don't believe we'll have any games on Monday. I know Port Vale are playing Stockport, but I don't think anyone's going to cover that one. But we'll confirm on the X account if that does change, or if we do somehow manage to find a way to bring you a game tomorrow or anything like that. But we'll call it here, I think, as we just got media, radio and jingles and gaming saying great coverage of the game, Russ and Mike, brilliant commentary as always, and a great performance from Brentford. Yeah, great performance and a great result for Bees. As Russ mentioned, they really were the Bees' knees today. And Liverpool, as I said before, the song is You'll Never Walk Alone. Well, I bet their fans, after 4 defeats in the Premier League, are feeling very alone right now. And who'd have put any money on this at the start of the season? Liverpool struggling to get any kind of form together right now. Arsenal sitting pretty top of the division in the driving seat, and it's Arsenal that play tomorrow against Crystal Palace. Will they be able to extend that lead even further, or will Palace get a result to give Liverpool a bit of hope? Obviously, because they did beat Liverpool themselves the other week, did Crystal Palace, so they have experience of beating some of these big, thick sides as well. So keep your eyes peeled out for that. Of course, you can listen in on Briller FM for the coverage of those games and updates on those games on Briller FM if you do want to hear any game coverage tomorrow from anybody that is here on the TC Hub. Russ is going to be there, Paul's going to be there, I'm not too sure who else. I think Barry might be there as well, the lead man behind this venture that we're all on. But yeah, as I said, we're going to call it there, as Brentford came out victorious by 3-2. Ouattara, Shada and Thiago for the host, Kirkhead and Salah for Liverpool. Brentford flying, Liverpool, well, what's happening to them right now under Arne Slot? They've really got to get their act together before they fall further and further out of this title race. I've been Mike Kahneman. You've listened to Russ Vernon on comms. We'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye.